Now to make our rolling pin, we're going to be using a 17-inch 2x2 square of Purple Heart. Really neat wood, really hard, really dense. It'll make a great rolling pin. If you notice right here, I drew lines from corner to corner on each end and then used an awl to poke a hole there. Now I have the dead center on the blank, which makes it a lot easier to take my drive center and center it on the blank. Now this drive center is pretty neat. Get my mallet here. This is a little bitty 4-prong drive center, and I like it because it's small footprint, really sharp tips, and when I take this and put it on here and hit it with my mallet, it drives in beautifully, so that's in there to stay. Take the tool and place it on the tool rest. The handle is down by your side. This first cut, we're going to push in there, it's bouncing. Now I'm raising the handle. Now you can see shavings coming off the tool. We're going to move our body sideways. Lower, come back, raise, come back. Now, the neat thing about this tool is I don't feel any vibration because it's such a heavy tool and it's into my body and I have great control of it. Now, we've got to get this off the lathe, right? Well, we're going to get our parting tool, which is just a neat little tool, and all it does is it parts. It makes a straight cut down into the wood, 1/8 inch thick, or wide, excuse me. So I'm starting the lathe up, and the speed I had at when I was burning is pretty good speed. So I want this to have a flat end on it. I'm not going to make a rounded end on it. But the tip from this live center goes in a little bit. So I know that I've got to cut in here a little bit so I don't have a hole in the bottom of this. Now I went in about 1/8 of an inch, a little bit more than that. I'm coming back, I'm making a relief cut. Now I'm coming down here. Now I'm not going to do this all the way because this will fall off the lathe if I do that. But what I'm doing is I'm preparing this to be cut off with a saw, and I'm taking away as much wood the easy way as I can right now. So I'll do this on the other end, and then we're going to nip that off with a saw. Now I've taken a little pole saw and I'm just weakening that in there because I'm going to snap it off by hand in a minute, but this one I can cut all the way through. I'm just going to rotate it. There we go. Now on this end, oops, see, it snapped off by weakening it there. What you don't want to do is cut it flush. If you cut that nib off, you can see there's torn grain right there. Well, you'd have torn grain in the end of this, and that'd be harder to sand off. Now, speaking of sanding, that's what we're going to do next. Let me get my knockout bar. Every lathe comes with one of these. The knockout bar goes into this hole in your headstock, right? And what it's doing is I hit this, look over on this end, and it goes, bam, knocks that out. That's hollow. Pretty cool.